A long, long time ago, in the peaceful streets of Surulere, lived a woman called Wura. She's quiet, gentle, and soft like fresh bread. She had two children, Toby and Kemi, small, small children that believed biscuits fell from heaven if you prayed hard enough. Wura was a full time housewife, not because she wanted to sit at home and fold wrappers from morning till night, but because Koulie, her dear loving husband, once said, "My wife, don't stress yourself. I will provide everything. Eh? Just take care of the children. I'm your provider." Oh dear, provider indeed. Because tell me why 5 years into the marriage, Wura was now surviving on pure understanding and grace because Kunle's provision was like NEPA light. Sometimes it came, sometimes it flashed, sometimes it even forgot them completely. Every morning, Kunle left the house with the energy of a man who owned three companies and one oil well. He would spray perfume till the whole house smelled like Dubai Mall. He would iron his shirt until even the shirt was asking, "Sir, are we going for interview?" He would hold his phone the way bank manager holds vault keys, tight and very close to his chest. But anytime Wura asked for money, even small money to cook soup, Kunle's face would change like global economic crisis. Wura, things are tough, eh? I haven't been paid. Country hard. I not just get money. His voice would shake as if he was reporting to IMF. Meanwhile, one glance at his shirt, new perfumes, fresh haircuts, and new phone pouches would tell you that somebody somewhere was lying boldly. Wura would just smile and say, "Oh yeah, no problem. We will manage." Eh? She was the perfect definition of understanding wife, even though inside her mind she was having some thoughts of some things he was saying was just not balancing. The children were living on bare minimum, the kind of minimum that didn't even have bare again. Breakfast though, they would soak garri and groundnut if groundnut was available. Lunch, small rice with long story. Dinner nko, eba with the air of soup. You would dip the eba into the pot and the pot would ask, "Why are you here though? There is nothing here." Yet, every Friday, Kunle would return from work trip with one new belt or a new perfume. The belt was always designer with strange spelling like Goguchi. If Wura asked, he would wave his hand and say, "Ah, it's just promo. Company dashed us." Company that cannot dash you salary is dashing you perfume. Wonder shall truly never end. Every night, Kunle slept with his phone under his pillow like a child hiding biscuits from his siblings. If he heard the smallest ping, he would grab it with speed, smile a little, and face the wall. Sometimes he would even walk to the balcony to reply messages like someone doing international business. Wura noticed everything: the late nights, the way he always turned the screen away from her, the sudden no touching my phone law that he created without holding a meeting. But she remained calm. Quiet women like Wura do not shout, they just observe and file the information. But then the wahala busted. One Saturday morning, when Kunle, in all his important man glory, came out with his two phones, his official phone and the black one he guarded like a newborn baby. The official phone was for calls, the black one was for, extracurricular activities. Unfortunately for him, Toby, their 3-year-old, had already hijacked that black phone to watch Coco Melon. And once Toby started watching Coco Melon, only God and maybe SpongeBob could convince him to stop. Koulie stood over the boy with CEO confidence. Toby, give daddy the phone now. I have an important meeting to attend to. But Toby looked at him the way children look at broccoli. Yes, with zero interest. Then held the phone tightly and screamed, No! I want cocoa melon! Then he threw himself on the floor, rolled like a tire, kicked his leg up, screamed again, and even added small tears for special effect. The tantrum shook the whole flat. Koulie was confused, but then he tried again. Toby, bring it. Daddy will buy you sweets now. I beg. I need to go. Toby screamed louder. He even twisted his face like a generator that refused to start. Wura watched everything from the corner of her eye, trying so hard not to laugh. This same phone that Koulie protected, as if it contained the secret of long life, now in the hands of a toddler with oil stains on his lips. Life has a sense of humor. Koulie kept pacing up and down, muttering to himself, checking his wristwatch, looking at the ceiling like inspiration would fall from there. But Toby refused to release the phone. After all the pacing and grumbling, Koulie finally sat down on the chair, folded his arms, and decided to give Toby a few more minutes. But before he knew it, sleep carried him. He dozed off, snoring even. Meanwhile, Toby was still watching cartoon happily. Immediately Wura saw Koulie was sleeping. She walked to Toby gently and whispered, Toby baby, are you mommy's friend? Oh yeah, give mommy the phone small, okay? Just some few seconds, I'll give you back. Toby looked up, smiled, and shockingly agreed. Maybe because Cocomelon had finished, or maybe because God said, Today is the day I have made. Either way, he handed the phone to her. The already unlocked phone. Wura's heart jumped, but she was ready. This is the moment to know for sure what is really going on. She pressed the home button and the phone opened freely. Toby had done the Lord's work. Then she went in, and what she saw next, my paddies, it almost made her spirit leave her body. Girls. Girls and more girls. A whole ministry of girls. Chats everywhere. Messages everywhere. Sweet nonsense everywhere. But one chat was proudly pinned at the top as Schollah with a heart emoji. Wura opened it immediately and she was shocked to the marrow. Guess what? She almost dropped the phone in shock to find out that same morning, the same morning she begged Koulie for money to stock the house because there was nothing in the kitchen, and he said he did not have shishi. Meanwhile, he had sent 1 million naira to Schollah. 1 million. And he booked a hotel for her. So that important meeting he had been shouting about, it was not office meeting, no. It was meeting of two fools trying to play smart on themselves and not her. Wura held the phone. Her hands were shaking and her eyes wanted to fall off. If eyes could kill, trust me, Koulie would have been no more by now. Oh, and by the way, the idiot womanizer was lying on the couch, sleeping like he borrowed sleep from the bank. His mouth was even open as he snored. What a stupid man. Well, Wura managed to coordinate herself immediately. She did not panic. Her son Toby had already moved on to jumping on the couch, so the phone was all hers. She immediately entered the chat with Schollah and typed like Koulie himself was the one holding the phone. Babe, wahala o, my wife don't suspect the hotel we chose, so let's cancel. I will send you a new place right now, okay? Simple, straight, and very Koulie style. She pasted a new hotel location for her, told her to start going there immediately, and to feel very much at home that he would be there in no time. Once she sent it, she cleaned everything like nothing happened. She deleted even the small dot of suspicion. Then she gave the phone back to Toby. "So, honey, take. Oya, continue your cartoon, okay?" The boy collected it happily, not knowing he had used one small tantrum to open a full chapter of his father's miserable life. The catch here, my paddies, is that the hotel Wura sent to Schollah wasn't random. Oh. That was the hotel she used to work in before she married Koulie. She knew everybody there, from the receptionist to the person that washed the sheets. So she carried her small phone and dialed her old friend Bisi at the front desk immediately. "Hello Bisi, it's me." "Ah, Wura, where have you been?" "Babe, listen, no time for story, I beg. A girl is coming." One small girl like that though." "Okay." "Yes, when she comes, put her in the most expensive room you people have. Don't give her normal food though. Give her intercontinental. The one that costs real money. Bring wine. Bring everything you have for her." Bisi burst out laughing. "Ha, Wura, who offended you?" "My dear, I will download gist later, okay? But for now, just make sure you treat her like a queen. And when she finishes eating, don't let her go anywhere. She must pay through her teeth." Bisi clapped her hands. "Ah, Wura, this one sweets me. Oh, send her name sharp sharp. Don't worry, eh? She will enjoy and suffer at the same time. I got you." Wura nodded and ended the call. Then she looked at Koulie again, still sleeping peacefully, still looking innocent, as if he didn't just finish sending somebody's daughter 1 million naira. When Koulie finally woke up from that sleep he did not deserve, he jumped up like somebody that remembered his rent was due. He checked the time, hissed, and started dressing up immediately to leave. Wura just sat at the edge of the chair, watching him quietly. Then she said softly, "Koulie, today is Sunday now. Haba, at least stay with your children small. These children hardly see you. Toby even cried yesterday that you don't play with him again." Koulie paused. You could see the confusion enter his body. He needed to go, but guilt was pulling his shirt. "Wura, abeg, I get something important." "Important pass your children?" "Eh? Only just small time now. Sit with us, watch movie, eat good food. Let us spend a little hour, okay? Can go right after. Family is more important after all, Abi." He hesitated, and then he sat down reluctantly, like someone doing first community service. Wura smiled in her spirit. "Good." She looked at her children and started, "We are going to have so much fun today. Everybody, Oya, bring your phones. Yes, no phones. Let's just enjoy this moment together." Koulie frowned, but before he could complain, she added, "Please, hon, I want this time to be quality. Eh? No distractions. So silence it and please keep it in the drawer. Let's have some peace and quiet today." Koulie then swallowed the complaint and obeyed. He placed his two phones inside the drawer, switched to silence, and locked the screen. Then Wura placed hers too, and peace entered the house. Meanwhile, on the other side of Lagos, Schollah was living the soft life with a borrowed glory. She entered the hotel with full confidence, and her eyelashes was even touching her forehead. Room 312, executive suite. The kind of place only politicians enter freely. Normally, They don't allow guests in without payment though, but because of Wura, they were able to run the package behind the manager's supervision. So, BC and other hotel staff treated her like a queen. They served her big special dishes, soft wine, expensive wine, prawns, desserts, everything that had price tag that could embarrass someone. Schollah was crossing her leg, snapping pictures, humming love songs, premium sugar baby mode activated. Ah! She ate and ate until she couldn't breathe properly. And then, a few minutes later, the waiter came and dropped the bill in front of her. Shocker. She smiled and pushed it aside. My boyfriend is coming. He got this. Okay. That sentence alone was carrying pride and premium tears. She didn't know her boyfriend's phone was locked inside the locker on silence. She called him once, twice, 5 times, 10 times. By the 15th call, anger started entering inside her bones. By the 30th call, reality had started dragging her wigs backwards. Koulie did not speak. Koulie did not even know she existed at that moment. Meanwhile, hotel management started gathering around her, giving her those professional smiles that mean, Madam, pay your bills or enter serious trouble. Gbese. But Schollah said again, louder this time, my boyfriend is coming. Nobody believed her again. Oh. So security finally stepped forward with seriousness. Madam, if you cannot pay your bill, you will have to wait in our office. That office was just code name for embarrassment room. They escorted her gently but firmly. Our queen of enjoyment became the queen of hold her tight before she runs. Thief! Back in Koulie's house anyway, Wura was laughing at cartoon with her children, slicing orange, looking very peaceful, while Schollah was pacing in the hotel security room, calculating her sins. And what of Koulie? He was just sitting there, pretending to enjoy family time, not knowing a whole human being was being detained because of him. So, later on in the evening, Wura finally returned everyone's phone. She dropped Koulie's phone beside him casually. Koulie reached for it lazily, but then his face changed immediately. 35 missed calls from Schollah. And then there was a very angry message that read, they arrested me. Where the hell are you? You wicked, shameless man. Koulie jumped from the couch like someone that stepped on fire. His leg even hit the center table with force. Wura blinked innocently. What happened? Why are you panicking like this? Koulie didn't even answer her. He just grabbed his keys, grabbed his shoe, grabbed nothing useful and ran out like he was being pursued by spiritual depth. Wura stood at the door frame, watching him calmly, not knowing whether to laugh out loud or to cry out her eyes. Meanwhile, Koulie entered his car quickly and started driving recklessly, overtaking everybody. His heart was beating, his hands were shaking, and he kept muttering, oh God, oh God, oh God. As he approached the junction near Ijesha, a pure water truck suddenly turned out from the side of the road. Koulie tried to match his brake, but the car skidded, and in a split second, everything scattered, and his world went black instantly. He blacked out immediately. Meanwhile, far away in the house, Wura picked up her children's plates and continued arranging the sitting room like nothing happened. Because truly, she didn't need to lift a finger again. Koulie's own footsteps were already dragging him into trouble. Then, suddenly, there was a call that came in around 7:30. Wura had just finished arranging the children's night things when her phone started ringing. An unknown number. She almost ignored it, but something in her chest said, "Pick it up." "Hello, am I speaking with Mrs. Wura, Kounie's wife?" The voice was firm and professional. "Yes, this is Wura. Please, ma, your husband is in the hospital. He was involved in an accident. We need you to come immediately." Wura was dumbfounded. Her hand tightened around the phone, and she stood there for a few seconds with her mind racing back and forth. "Okay," she finally said, "I'm coming." She then picked up a few things and went to Mama Shade, their neighbor. "Mama Shade, abeg, keep an eye on these children, eh? I will come back soon." Mama Shade looked at her but said, "Okay, no wahala, Wura." Wura stepped outside into the cold evening breeze and found a bike. The breeze hit her face, yet inside her chest was hot air. When she reached the hospital, a nurse walked up to her as soon as she mentioned Kounie's name. "Madam, follow me please." They led her through a narrow corridor. Every footstep echoed. Every beep from the machines inside the rooms felt louder than the last. Wura walked behind them slowly. At this point her heart was beating fast. When they finally stopped at one door, the nurse pushed it gently. Koulie was lying there, bandaged. One arm was strapped. His head was wrapped. Machines were blinking and beeping beside him like small Christmas lights. For a moment, Wura didn't move. She just stood at the doorway and fixed her eyes on the man who made her suffer all these years, who said he had no money, who guarded his phone like treasure, who gave another woman a life he couldn't give his own home. But her face didn't even show anger. It didn't show pity either. She took one step inside and stopped. She stood there, watching Koulie breathe through tubes, and so many thoughts came rushing through her head. To be continued. Type part 2 in the comment section below, my paddies, and I promise you, part 2 is gonna be dropping soonest. I'll see you then. Ngwanu.